let me ask you something. If you keep having dreams where you feel anxious, rejected, out of control, or not good enough, have you ever stopped to ask why those same feelings keep coming back? Because your dreams are not random. They are your subconscious mind processing mental and emotional baggage that you have not fully let go of yet. Basically, trying to show you something like a message. Remember, your subconscious mind does not stop working when you go to sleep. It actually has more space to come forward because your logical mind is quite there, and now you're able to see those messages. Don't you think it's powerful? And if you ignore your dreams, you're missing out on something powerful that comes from your highest intelligence. Whatever you have not processed will show up in your dreams. And if you have the awareness, you will begin to notice those same patterns during the day in your reactions to people, places, and situations, in your business and in your relationships. So instead of dismissing your dreams, what if you started using them for your advantage? To understand yourself better and take your power back. That's what we are going to talk about in this week's podcast episode, and I can't wait to see you there. This podcast is for the soul who knows there is more, the one who's been carrying it all for far too long. If you're ready to let go of old stories, to stop replaying the past and start living from your truth, you're in the right place. This is your moment to release the noise and reconnect to what's real. Welcome to Baggage Begun, Healing Hearts and Minds. I'm Tammy Mahmali. Let me ask you, how many times have you woken up from a dream, felt something strong, and then just moved on with your day? Not because the dream made sense, but because the feeling stayed with you. Most people ignore that feeling. They wake up, get busy, and move on. But what if that moment was actually important? What if your dream was not random? But your dream was showing you exactly what is still sitting inside you, all the mental and emotional baggage that quietly shaping your reactions, triggers, your relationship, your business, and in general, your life. Because here is the truth. Your subconscious mind does not stop working when you go to sleep. It actually has more space to come forward. Why? Because your logical mind is quieter. During the day, you filter what you feel and stay focused on functioning. But when you go to sleep, that control drops. And what you didn't fully process starts to come up, resurface. And your dreams are one of the clearest ways it shows you what you have not fully processed, what you are still holding, and why certain patterns keep repeating, basically, what your baggage is. And once you understand that, you stop ignoring your dreams and you start using them for your advantage. And that is what I want to explore with you today. Welcome back to Baggage Begun, Healing Hearts and Minds. I'm so grateful that you are here listening to my podcast. Thank you. I'm Tammy Mahmali, and my work is focused on helping people release the mental and emotional baggage that lives beneath the surface. You know, the patterns, the old stories, the beliefs, the attachments, and stored emotions that quietly shape how we think, how we feel, and how we live our lives. In this episode, I want to guide you to understand your dreams in a grounded and practical way, because I really think they're important, so that you actually use them as a tool for awareness and transformation. Because when you begin to understand your dreams, they can show you what is still unresolved, what is still running the show, what is no longer serving you, and what is ready for you to let go, release, so you can tap into the peace, into the alignment that will guide you, help you to be the creative, genius, smart soul that God wanted you to be in this world. And when you release the baggage, you will be able easily and effortlessly have and do everything that you wanted. And your dreams give you direct access to that. Understanding what dreams actually are. So when you sleep, your brain is not resting, it is processing. From a scientific perspective, your brain does not shut down when you sleep. It becomes active in a different way. Research shows that during REM sleep, your brain is organizing emotional experiences, especially the ones you did not fully process during the day because you were very busy and you were focused on the tasks. So during REM sleep, it's called during the REM sleep, the emotional centers of the brain, particularly the limbic system, remain highly active, while the part of the brain responsible for logic and control becomes quieter. This is why dreams often feel emotional, very deep, things that don't really make sense sometimes, rather than logical. In simple words, while you're sleeping, your mind is trying to make sense of what you feel, of your feelings, and whatever you are avoiding, and what you're carrying, and this is all these mental and emotional baggage that you're carrying. However, your subconscious mind does not speak in logic. It speaks energy. It speaks through images, stories, situations, and emotions. From a deeper perspective, this is where your subconscious mind becomes more accessible. And I think that's time, it's precious. So please access it. Remember that those times are really sacred because during the day, you filter your experiences. You suppress certain emotions, you avoid certain thoughts, and you stay focused on functioning. Remember, all this overworking, overdoing, not letting you feel your emotions. But when you sleep, that control softens. That's why we can tap into the subconscious mind easily and effortlessly when you are relaxing your body. It's like meditative state. And what has not been processed begins to come up. And I said, it's not through direct or logical ways, but through images, situation, and emotional experience. This is why your dreams can feel strange or disconnected. You will be like shocked, what's going on? Oh my God, it was scary. But the feeling inside them is always accurate. They're trying to send you a message. For example, if you felt fear in one of your dreams, there is fear somewhere inside you about certain issues. For me, for example, I remember a vivid dream. Before I got married, I had this dream that this woman, a family member, was getting married before me. I was terrified. She was wearing those beautiful blue shoes. And as I was watching the dream, she was telling me in the dream that she's getting married. And I was terrified because that was my fear, that someone closer to me will get married before me because I was the oldest child. Anyhow, today I can tap into it and understand that it was showing me that it's not a big deal. And blue is the color of trust and safety. So if you felt rejection, for example, there is a part of you holding that experience in your dream. So if you have a dream about someone leaving you, it's because you felt that during the day. Let's say if you felt like pressure or anxiety, your system is showing you that something is not settled in you, and that's what you're going to see in the dream. So instead of ignoring your dreams, I really invite you to start seeing them as information, very valuable information, and I will tell you, if you stay and listen more, how to do that. What your dreams are showing you. Your dreams are showing you patterns. Your dreams are not predicting your future. They're not fortune telling. They're reflecting your internal state of mind. Your dreams show you where you're still holding on to old stories, attachments, and emotional reactions, all these triggers that are no longer serving you so you can move to the next level. They're very important information. That's why I invite you to treat them as holy and not to go around and tell everyone. For example, if you keep dreaming about being abandoned or left, there is still fear of abandonment inside you. If you dream about not being ready for or failing, there is a belief that you are not good enough. If you feel chased or overwhelmed, there is stress or somewhere you are feeling stuck, that you are unable to move. It often reflects pressure, avoidance, or a nervous system that is not regulated. And that's why it's important to also meditate, pray throughout the day so you can ground yourself. This will point to areas that you experience avoidance when you are awake. These are not problems, these are signals for you, so you have awareness about where are you in your life. And most people try to fix their life on the outside without understanding what is really happening on the inside. And I want to encourage you to write down your dreams, because they will show you what the next move or what you need to let go. They signal you about your mental and emotional baggage, and that's free. Your dreams are free, they're yours. That's an amazing tool for you to see where you are today. And when these signals are ignored, the patterns do not disappear. They continue to show up in your life. You can see them in your relationship, in your decision making, your business, in the way you experience your life. That is why the same patterns repeat in your relationship, in your career, in the way you make money, in the way you make decisions, and even in your health, because the root cause of this problem was never cleared. And if you like to let go of this old loop and reprogram so you can be living in alignment, being true, congruent to yourself, I invite you to try the baggage began method. It's really amazing method that you can use to release your mental and emotional baggage if you feel overwhelmed or stuck in any area of your life. If it's your relationship, your career, your family life, you want to get married, your business, your spirituality, if you have physical ailment, that will guide you, help you to tap into the root cause easily and effortlessly. Find out the message, release it, let it go through hypnosis and energy work, and then reprogram you to what God wants for you. So you are congruent. Your conscious and unconscious mind are one, they're aligned. There are no old stories from when you are 5 years old or you're 7 years old or 12 years old that's still running the show. And it's priceless. That process is amazing. And if you want to experience it, give me a call. I would love to talk to you. Now, what needs to be released? Here is the part that I really want you to understand. What you're carrying from the past does not disappear just because time has passed. And now you're older, you have a job, a family, even you have your own children, and you are successful, smart, everything is working for you. If your mental and emotional baggage was not processed, it stays in your body and in your subconscious mind as unresolved data. This is why if you have anger, hurt, sadness, fear, judgment, and separation keep showing up, it's not because something wrong with you and you're a bad person. It's because you have old story that is running your show. And over time, that becomes toxic. If you feel really tired, overwhelmed, nothing working for you, stuck, this is because you're still carrying baggage. And it's really easy to release it. So I invite you, if you're experiencing all this discord, life not working for you, please try the baggage began method. Your baggage affects your energy, your decision making, your relationships, your health, and even how you experience life. Because if you are living life through attachments, old stories, and triggers, you can't really experience joy and excitement. You are just repeating the past. Of course, not everyone has the awareness or the depth to interpret, to resolve, find a solution, the answers to the dreams in a way that is helpful. Some people may project their own fears or misunderstanding onto your experience. So please don't tell people your dreams. Keep them sacred. Write them in a notebook and keep them. You might get the answers to asking the questions, and I'll give you the exercise next. This can distort something that was actually meant to guide you if you tell the wrong person and he give you the negative, wrong direction. A more grounded approach is to write your dreams down and return to them over time. That's what I do. I write them down so I don't forget whenever I wake up, or right away I record them. because they will show you patterns that become clearer when you observe them without rushing to make any conclusions. So be patient. If you experience a dream that feels particularly heavy or disturbing, you can take simple steps to regain sense of control by saying clearly and intentionally, it cancelled, it's cancelled, it cancelled. In Hebrew we say, batel, 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 batel umuvutal, batel umuvutal, batel umuvutal 3 times. It is not about denying the experience, but about not allowing that emotional state, the negativity, to carry into your waking moment. And I'm here to tell you that you are not meant to keep recycling the same emotional patterns, the baggage. You were meant to tap into the brilliant, creative soul that God created you to be. So please remember that. No need to stay in negativity. Nothing is wrong with you. If you have a negative dream, just say 3 times, it's cancelled, it's cancelled, it's cancelled, and watch out who you're telling your dreams. At least now you know that your dreams are showing you what is ready for you to let go. So you can stop carrying what does not belong to you anymore, whatever is no more serving you. Now, let's move to how to approach your dreams. It is important to approach your dreams with a certain level of respect. They are not casual or meaningless experiences. They are coming from a very direct and unfiltered part of your mind. For me, they are the highest intelligence. At the same time, it is important to be mindful who you share them with. I already told you about that because I was afraid you will not stay until this part, so I'm just letting you know. Now, everyone has the awareness or the depth to interpret dreams in a way that is helpful to them. Some people may project their own fears or misunderstanding onto your experience. So please don't tell everyone about your dream. No one needs to know unless it's a spiritual, someone that knows how to solve your dreams. This can distort something that was actually meant to guide you. Now, how to start using your dreams. If you want to begin working with your dreams in a useful way, please keep it simple. There is no right and wrong to do that. Just to do that, it's very powerful because you're tapping into your highest self. That's the highest intelligence. Your dreams are trying to give you messages. I want you to keep this very simple so you actually do it. Before you go to sleep, set the clear intention that you asking God, higher power, to be open to understand what you need to let go or what the message is for you. I usually say, higher power, God, I'm willing to open myself to understanding what I need to understand, to release. I am open to seeing what I need to release. That is enough. When you wake up in the middle of the night or after the dream or in the morning, please make sure you have a pen and notebook next to you or you can record it. So don't rush when you wake up to look at your phone to see what's on social media or what email you got. Please, first thing, write down your dreams. So if you fall asleep or if you forget, you might not remember your dream. At least you record it or write it down somewhere. Then take a moment and ask yourself, what did I feel in that dream? What was the message? You do not need to have a full story. You do not need to analyze every detail. No one cares. Focus on the feeling, on the message. The message is powerful. Sometimes you will see symbols, images, powerful spiritual animals, colors. Then write 1 or 2 words that are represented. For example, you can write, I felt fear or pressure. I felt rejected. I felt so much love. I felt peace. I was confused. What happened? Write about the details. If you saw someone familiar, was it next to the ocean? Was it in a room? What's happened? What was the energy? Do this for a few days and you will start seeing patterns. And that's really magical. I love this process. And once you see the pattern, you can no longer ignore it. You will start receiving from your highest intelligence messages that will guide you through your days. And that also will open you to new awareness. That's the beginning of awareness to what you need to release, what's no longer serving you. If it's people, places, and things, you're going to be able to see it clearly and let them go easily. Now, awareness is very important, but it is only the beginning of the process. Understanding what a dream is showing you does not automatically release the pattern, the baggage behind it. This is where deeper work becomes necessary for you. So releasing what is behind it, which is the baggage, is the real work that brings transformation. I call it the real shift, and it's lasting. If you do it with the Baggage Began Healing Hearts and Minds method, the process will take you into a deep process that will take 10 sessions maybe. Or if you need more, you will stay longer. But it's not forever. It's not like therapy. And you will tap into your essence. You will be able to do everything that you ever wanted to do. You will be able to be finally you, the free, with alignment, with creativity, feeling smart, confident. Before we even go there, I want you to treat your dreams with respect. I said it again, don't forget. Your dreams are personal. They come from your subconscious mind, from a very sensitive and honest place inside you. Please remember that. Not everyone knows how to hold it properly. So be mindful who you share it. Treat your dreams as something sacred. Write them down and keep them in place where you can return to them over time. I write them in my notebooks, and sometimes I write the date so I can come back and say, wow, what's happened since then? You will start seeing patterns, symbols, and deeper meanings that you may have missed when you were awake. Now, once you create that awareness and respect around your dreams, this is where real transformation begins. In the Baggage Began method, I guide people to access the subconscious mind directly through hypnosis and energy work, so we can identify and release the root cause of all these mental and emotional patterns, baggage, attachment, stories. Instead of managing the symptoms or trying to think your way out of it, talking about it nonstop, we don't do that. We work at a deeper level where those patterns were actually created from the root. When the root is cleared, they change lasting, and it's not forced. It's happened really easily and effortlessly, and you're doing it through God. I'm just the guide. Your responses shifts naturally. Your thinking becomes clearer, and the patterns that once repeated begin to dissolve, and you feel the shift, the energy. This is where subconscious work and hypnosis become powerful, because it's so easy, and in a short period of time you do that. I love it when the root is cleared and you feel the baggage was reprogrammed, because you begin to experience real change in your energy and your health. You feel calm, in peace. Your heart starts opening. You are able to be, do, and have all the things that once felt far away. What you may have once called a dream become reality. And I'm not just saying it. I witnessed that in my life. I witnessed that in the life of my clients, my friends, the family members that we work together. And this is where it becomes very real for me. When I see this shift happen, often by the third session, I'm in awe. I went to therapy for 28 years to feel like that, and you can do it in few sessions. I feel emotional because it is as if the person that was struggling is reconnecting to themselves again. And the best part, they don't even remember how they used to be. That's magic. Your choices become clearer. Your energy shifts, and the answers are within yourself. You feel confident to living life the way God created you to be, with creativity. That is what real transformation looks like. And I'm really excited, because if you feel called to, please make a call. I have 30 minutes free complimentary call. You can call me and I will explain to you the process. It's really amazing. So as you move through your next few days, I want you to begin paying attention to your dreams, not with judgment, just with awareness, because your dreams are not random experience. They're special to you. God created you as a gift to share your contributions and the specialty that is in you. And your dreams, they are one of the ways that your mind brings forward what has not yet been fully seen or released by you. And the more you're willing to observe them, the less you will be carrying all this baggage that is no longer serving you and making you suffer and belittling you and not letting you shine and be the lighthouse that you are. Now, before we end, I want to thank you again for being here. I'm really grateful to you. This podcast will not exist without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am sending you so much love and light. So if this episode gave you a different perspective, take a moment to follow the podcast If it's the YouTube, leave a review and share it with someone who would benefit from hearing this information about the dreams. And if you recognize patterns in your life that continue to repeat, that is not something to ignore. Pay attention, please. It is an indication that there is something deeper for you to address. There is a mental and emotional baggage that's not letting you move forward. And if you're ready to work at that level and create real lasting change, you're welcome to reach out and explore working together. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for being here again. I'm Tammy Mahmali. See you next week. Sending you so much love.
If you're curious and want to dive deeper, you are in the right space. I ask you to look within for all the things that you want to do, be, and have. Join me at the Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds podcast with new episodes every Wednesday as we discover the path towards healing and transformation.